Be Me, 29, feminist blogger in Seattle with 200K followers. Built my brand on calling out toxic masculinity in dating. Just got invited to speak at Harvard about male privilege in romance. Planning to expose how men manipulate the dating game. My DMs flooded with horror stories from female readers. Editor at BuzzFeed wants controversial article. Write about men's secret dating strategies. Show how they exploit vulnerable women on apps. I pitch undercover investigation into male dating forums. Expecting to find pickup artist playbooks and predatory tactics. Start lurking in Reddit dating communities. r/dating, r/dating_advice, r/lonely. Preparing to screenshot the worst misogynistic comments. Planning to expose their true nature to my audience. First post I see completely destroys my expectations. Haven't had a match in 3 months. What am I doing wrong? Guy posts his dating profile for review. Clean photos, genuine smile, mentions he's a teacher. Comments aren't roasting him. They're genuinely trying to help. This isn't the toxic masculinity echo chamber I expected. Keep scrolling through posts. Thread after thread of men asking for basic advice. How to start conversations without being creepy. Is it normal to go 6 months without a date? Should I give up on dating apps? These sound like genuine cries for help, not manipulation tactics. Find post that stops me cold. Greater than 27-year-old engineer, never been kissed. Works 60 hours a week, saves money for his disabled sister. Gets 1 to 2 matches per month, all ghost after hello. Comments are other men sharing similar experiences. Guy replies, spent $400 on dating apps this year. Got 15 matches total, 3 conversations, 0 dates. Starting to think something's wrong with me. Other men relate immediately. This isn't one sad case. This is apparently normal for average guys. Check dating app statistics to verify. Tinder data shows men swipe right 46% of the time. Women swipe right only 14% of the time. Average guy gets 1 to 2 matches per week. Top 20% of men get 80% of female attention. Male Redditor breaks down the economics. Premium subscriptions, $30 to $50 per month across multiple apps. Photo shoots, $300 to $500. Gym membership, $50 per month. Wardrobe upgrade, $1,000 plus. Most guys spending $2,000 plus yearly for minimal results. Start reading success stories to find the manipulation. Instead, find celebrations of basic human connection. Finally held hands at 25, feeling amazing. She texted back, there's hope after all. First relationship at 30, never giving up paid off. These aren't players, they're just lonely people. Decide to create fake male profile for investigation. Use average-looking guy photos from stock sites. Write honest bio. Software developer, loves hiking, wants relationship. Expecting to be overwhelmed with matches to show male privilege. Reality check hits hard. First week, 2 matches out of 500 swipes. Both women don't respond to messages. Meanwhile, my female profile gets 200 plus likes in 1 day. Can pick and choose from dozens of quality options. The privilege is completely backwards from what I believed. Try different male profiles in various cities. Professional photos, interesting hobbies, stable career. Best week, 5 matches, 1 conversation that dies quickly. Most weeks, 0 to 1 matches who never respond. Starting to understand why men seem desperate online. Join men's dating coaching forum. Expecting to find pickup artist manipulation tactics. Instead, find basic social skills training. How to make eye contact without being creepy. What to wear on a first date. How to ask someone out without harassment. One coach posts client success metrics. Average client, 6 months to get first date. Success rate, 15% find relationship within 2 years. Most common issues, social anxiety, low self-esteem, 0 experience. These aren't alpha male predators, they're broken men. Read through client testimonials. Finally got a girlfriend at 32. Thought I was hopeless. Learn how to talk to women without panic attacks. First kiss at 28. Coach saved my life. Every story is about overcoming crushing loneliness and rejection. Interview dating coach over Discord. Ask about male privilege in dating. He laughs. What privilege? My clients are destroyed. Says average man faces 95% rejection rate. Most develop depression, anxiety, complete social withdrawal. I've had clients contemplate suicide over dating failures. Society tells them they're entitled if they complain. But rejection 200 plus times breaks anyone's spirit. The strong ones become my success stories. The weak ones just disappear. Check male suicide statistics. Men are 3.5x more likely to commit suicide. Loneliness and romantic rejection are major factors. Dating apps correlate with increased male depression rates. But society mocks their struggles as incel behavior. Find thread about, where have all the good men gone? Men explaining why they stopped trying. Spent 3 years getting rejected, gave up. Work pays better than dating apps. Tired of being treated like a creep for existing. Women want the top 10%. I'm not in it. One guy breaks it down mathematically. If you're 5 feet 8 inches, average height, eliminated by 80% of women. Make under $75,000? Eliminated by another 70%. Not model handsome? Eliminated by 90%. Basic math shows most men never had a chance. Start questioning my own dating standards. Realized I've only dated men over 6 feet, 15% of population. Required college degree and $60,000 plus income. Swiped left on thousands of perfectly good men. For superficial reasons I now realize are shallow. Look back at my horror stories differently. All from top-tier attractive men with endless options. Of course they acted entitled. They had 50 other matches. Meanwhile, I ignored kind messages from average guys. Then blamed all men for behavior of the few I chose. Try experiment. Match with average guys. Teacher, accountant, nurse, small business owner. Their messages are thoughtful, respectful, genuine. They're grateful for any response. Treat me like gold. These are the men I've been dismissing as not good enough. Interview female dating coach for different perspective. She confirms what I'm discovering. Most women have completely unrealistic standards. Want 6-foot millionaire who looks like Chris Hemsworth, but settle for hookups with players instead. Then wonder why good men seem extinct. She shows me client profiles. Greater than 35-year-old single mom demanding men make $150,000 plus. Won't date anyone under 6 feet 2 inches. Must have six-pack abs. Meanwhile, she's $40,000 in debt with 3 kids. Coach lies to keep her paying for sessions. Start researching masculinity crisis. Find studies about declining testosterone levels. Social isolation among young men reaching epidemic levels. Greater than 30% of men under 30 haven't had sex in past year. But any discussion gets labeled as incel propaganda. Discover Jordan Peterson's research on male hierarchies. Disagree with his politics, but data is solid. Most men will never be in top 20% women compete for. Yet society tells them they're failures if they can't attract women. Creates hopelessness and resentment that manifests as toxicity. Interview divorced father's rights activist. Expecting angry misogynist blaming women. Instead find man crushed by family court system. Lost house, kids. Pays $3,000 monthly child support. Lives in studio apartment. Sees kids twice monthly. I wasn't perfect husband, but I tried. She cheated. I filed for divorce. Judge gave her everything anyway. Now my sons barely know me. System destroyed my life for being born male. His support group has 500 plus members. All similar stories of men destroyed by divorce. Suicide rate among divorced fathers is astronomical. But they're labeled bitter misogynists for speaking up. Their pain is dismissed as patriarchal entitlement. Realize I need to completely reframe my article. Can't write hit piece on male dating privilege that doesn't exist. These men aren't oppressors, they're the oppressed class. Invisible, disposable, struggling in silence. While society mocks their pain as weakness. Pitch new angle to BuzzFeed editor. The loneliness epidemic. How dating apps broke men. She rejects immediately. Doesn't fit our brand. Our readers want to hate men, not pity them. Male victimhood doesn't generate clicks. Write the original toxic masculinity piece or nothing. Decide to publish on Medium instead. Title: I was wrong about men and dating. Share everything I discovered about male experiences. Challenge women to examine their role in dating dysfunction. Prepare for feminist backlash. Article goes viral, but not how I expected. Men sharing it everywhere with gratitude. Finally, someone listened to our side. First time feeling understood in years. Prevented me from giving up entirely. Their responses bring me to tears. Feminist followers turn on me viciously. Called pick me, male-identified, internalized misogyny. Lost 50K followers overnight. Speaking engagements canceled. But I can't unknow what I learned. Male readers share their stories privately. Greater than 28-year-old virgin considering suicide. Divorced father hasn't been touched in 3 years. Engineer who spent life savings on dating apps. Their pain is real and devastating. Start advocating for male mental health awareness. Speak at men's conferences about loneliness epidemic. Argue for empathy instead of endless male bashing. Push back against toxic masculinity, narrative that ignores male suffering. Focus on solutions rather than blame. Launch podcast, The Other Side, Men's Untold Stories. Interview men about dating, divorce, mental health. Audience grows rapidly, clearly filling unmet need. Finally giving voice to experiences society ignores. Each episode challenges feminist orthodoxy I once preached. Discover the real, toxic masculinity isn't aggression. It's men hiding their pain to avoid being called weak. Suffering in silence because vulnerability gets mocked. Pretending they're fine while dying inside. Society created this by punishing male emotions. The untold story isn't about male privilege. It's about male disposability in modern dating. Men treated as success objects, not human beings. Valued only for what they provide, not who they are. Discarded the moment they show weakness or need. Dating apps gamified romance and men lost. Reduced to height, income, and photo quality. Competing against impossible standards. While women hold all the cards. And society pretends men have advantage. Most men just want what women want. Someone to love them despite their flaws. Companionship, intimacy, basic human connection. But they're playing rigged game, where average isn't good enough anymore. The surprising truth destroyed my worldview. Men aren't privileged oppressors in dating. They're desperate, broken, and increasingly hopeless. Giving up on love because cost exceeds any possible return. While society celebrates their failures. We create a generation of lonely, suicidal men. Then act shocked when some become bitter. Maybe if we listened to their pain earlier, instead of dismissing it as entitlement, we could prevent the masculinity crisis. Solution isn't more male bashing. It's recognizing everyone's struggling differently. Men need acknowledgement of their experiences. Women need safety from actual threats. Both sides deserve empathy and understanding. My journey from feminist blogger to men's advocate taught me that truth matters more than ideology. Men's untold story needed telling, even if it cost me my original audience. Some conversations are too important to avoid. The real enemy isn't men or women. It's system that pits us against each other, while nobody gets what they actually need. Love, connection, and basic human dignity. Maybe we can build something better together. To my male viewers who relate to this story, your struggles are valid and important. You're not broken or defective. The game is rigged against you. But don't let it destroy your humanity. There are people fighting for your stories to be heard.